Congressman Eliot Engel, a Democrat from New York, joins me now. I know that there's a lot of concern on the part of Democrats, and we heard it from Claire McCaskill there, about the president's willingness to take a scalpel to Medicare, for instance. What's your stand on this?
Well, we're very resolute, those of us certainly in the New York congressional delegation, that we will not stand for massive cuts to Medicare, Medicaid. We're fighting back on the whole graduate medical education fight. New York teaching hospitals train 15% of the nation's doctors, and we've heard a rumor that this may be on the chopping block. It would devastate New York's hospitals in terms of providing care, in terms of people losing their jobs. And we're not just going to say any agreement is better than no agreement. Frankly, I think if the Republicans continue to give the president a hard time, he ought to invoke the 14th Amendment, which simply says that the public debt shall not be questioned, and move on with it. I don't think that the ultra-right can hold us hostage because they won't even close any kind of tax loopholes or agree that people who can pay a little bit more should pay a little more. This cannot all be done simply with budget cuts. They know it, we know it, and I don't think that we need to cave.
The interesting thing, though, is that the president has said it's unsustainable. What's happening with Medicare, for instance, the growth in it it's just unsustainable in the long run. It's got to be addressed, and there's been an unwillingness because of the political repercussions to truly tackle what's wrong with it. Is this an opportunity? Do you see it as an opportunity at least to go to the Medicare drawing board and go, what works, what doesn't, and how do we fix it?
Well, it's an opportunity, sure, but it's only an opportunity if the Tea Party people and the ultra-right people are willing to also say that people who are doing well should pay a little more. The Bush tax cuts are not sustainable. The corporate loopholes for big oil is not sustainable. Right. There are a lot of things that are not sustainable besides Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security. So if everything has to be on the table, everything truly has to be on the table. Not that we cut social programs and then we'll talk about perhaps closing a few loopholes. That's not acceptable.
Congressman, it's good of you to join us today. I really appreciate your time and your perspective. I wanted just to show, again, a quick live shot here of President Obama doing some handshaking, getting his picture taken in this crowd here in Maryland following his town hall meeting. By the way, the clamor for him to exercise that 14th Amendment you just heard Congressman Engel referred to is becoming louder. It was even suggested by a guy in the crowd there in Maryland.